know they did not just end that episode like that, because I'm just itching to watch the next one. And you don't gotta like the Last of Us show, but you gotta respect them for giving us Isabella Mercedes Dina. Oh my god. And this episode really had a lot happen. Either way, me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. This is your spoiler warning. You have been warned. So we pick up with a flashback to 18 years ago in Seattle, and I know that ain't who I think it is, Josh. But this was all just foreplay to introduce us to Isaac, played by Jeffrey Wright. Oh my goodness, this casting is elite. We get introduced to some town folk. Wait, hold on, that's Cassie's mom. Wait, hold on, that's Ted's mom. But her and Isaac got an agreement. Isaac grabs a couple of grenades and tosses them into the back of the caravan. All Josh could do is look at him like, really? As we see him starting to form his radicalized group. And he tells Buddy Boy in the background, everybody got choices, make yours. Then we cut back to present day with Ellie and Dina in Seattle, day one. And Dina thinks she's slick, but we all know she got a bun in the oven. Also, I thought it was funny how they were like, why are there so many fucking rainbows? Like, girl, that shit's about you. It's called foreshadowing. Also, we saw Weston's in the background. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. But they had their sight sets on Wolf Tower, and Ellie was like, I'm gonna pull up on their front door, let's go. But Dina was like, hold on, wait a minute now. She says, you don't just put your logo on something for everyone to see, unless it's heavily armed and you know people do not want to fuck around and find out. They really said I'm riding with no tent so they know it's me. And that's when we get the iconic aha take on me moment. And listen, she's not gonna be Ashley Johnson, but I think Bella nailed it. But who really sold it was Isabella Mercedes Dina. This entire look, all the little facial expressions she had in this episode was top tier. I'm telling you, she's been a godsend for this show. Then we pick up with Isaac in present time. He turned on the burner and I was like, we let this man cook. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'd rather have Batman waterboard information out of me instead of Isaac fucking torturing me. Open your eye! But he gets the information he wants and he still pops a cap in this dude's head. The Seraphites, you're cooked. Picking back up with Dina and Ellie, they stumble across a compound and see a bunch of hung bodies and they're like, ah! They get into a little kerfluffle but then run away and end up in like a subway station when these soldiers come looking for them. Unfortunately, one of their flares hit the cordyceps. I thought it was crazy when Dina was like, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. It's a whole army of them things. Run! They barely make it away, but Ellie does get bit in the arm, which Dina takes notes of. She's like, hold on. But Ellie's like, come on, we need to go find shelter. But Dina's like, oh my God, Ellie, I gotta apply the old Yeller method on you. No, I love you. But she tells Dina, you don't fucking shoot me, Dina. I'm immune. And relax, put the gun down. Let me go to sleep. Watch me wake up in the morning. I'm gonna be normal. And in the morning, Dina watches her and she's like, oh shit, she wasn't lying. I guess it's time to tell the truth too. I'm pregnant. And Ellie's just like, huh? And the best way to make up after an argument, sex. It should have been me. But I love how Ellie was like, I'm gonna be a dad. I thought that was cute. Now we got a little parental challengers going on. But that's when they sense a disturbance in the force. There's a whole ass war going on in the distance. Ellie tells Dina, listen, I know you're pregnant. You don't gotta come with me if you don't want. But you don't say that to a Latina's face. Are you crazy? She tells Ellie, we ride together, we die together. Bad girls for life. And then we just cut to black like, bro, come on. You know, I definitely understand there's definitely valid criticisms for this show. I'm kind of been lukewarm on it. I'm still enjoying what I'm seeing. Having played the game, I'm not going to be one of those idiots that wants a shot-for-shot recreation of the game. There's no point in that. And I think the changes that they've made from the outsider's perspective looking in, because I'm watching it with people who have not played the game, they're enjoying the show more than me. It's almost like a hindrance to have a preconceived notion going into this. And no, it'll never be the game. That's peak. That's top tier. That's probably the best story I've ever played in a video game. That or Red Dead. The seeds are starting to be planted. Knowing that this is going to be split in 2 seasons for part 2, you know, I already figured the pacing was going to be a little slow or a little bit easing into it, but I feel like it's moving at a pretty good pace. I'm excited to get more of Jeffrey Wright as Isaac. And like I said, man, Isabella Merced, Ellie, Dina, it's beautiful.